What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today, you guys, with a brand new review for The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, you guys. Season 13, episode number 4, you guys, and this episode is titled Hellevator, you guys. So, before we go ahead and jump into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then do me a solid favor, you guys, and stop taking me out on this date and then having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and also by turning on your post notifications. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's discuss The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, shall we? All right, guys, so the episode opened up and we see Dorit. So Dorit was talking to PK about, what happened the night before when they went to Magic Mike and how Sutton had a little conniption fit about it. And he was like, maybe she would have been better off if she went down the street to see Mary Poppins live. I was like, exactly. Like, Sutton knew what she was getting into when she went to go see Magic Mike. Like I said last week, the woman took some money with her, and the real issue was the pants. I don't give a damn what Sutton said on Watch What Happens Live last night. I didn't watch What Happens Live. But again, like I said, I don't care what Sutton had to say. It was clearly about the pants. And it's fine to say that, because what's the stuff that Sutton was saying is like, yeah, girl, you just full of crap, right? And so we also found out that Mauricio and PK had dinner with each other. And so, Dorit is asking PK, how did the dinner go? He said it went very well. And, that he and Mauricio, they had a conversation about him and Kyle's relationship. I don't necessarily know why they're getting involved in Kyle's relationship. And Kyle, I get that they're friends, but if it ain't got nothing to do with you, then it ain't really got nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? But I want you guys to tell me if you guys agree or disagree, right? And so on the flip side, we see Kyle and she's talking to Mauricio about it as well, right? And Mauricio is just being, he's not really saying too much about the dinner with him, but it is what it is, right? With Kyle and Mauricio, I know she I know she let it slip at BravoCon about divorce. Now I have heard the rumors going. I have heard the things going around that the reason why allegedly she and Mauricio won't go through with the divorce is because of the assets they have together. Because from allegedly they didn't sign a prenup when they got married, right? And I'm pretty sure they probably didn't sign a prenup when they got married because they both respectively had, money. Didn't have as much money as they currently have, attained over the years. Why at some point didn't y'all get a posting up? Hell, Meredith Marks on Salt Lake City said she got a posting up, and it wasn't to protect her assets or anything. It was to protect her with the kids. So it is what it is. So let's pause here, you guys, and move forward. All right, you guys. So in this episode, in the first half of the episode, we see as, the ladies have split up, right? Garcelle and Sutton went one place. Dorit and Kyle went out together. And so did Erica and Crystal, right? Garcelle and Sutton went on the gondola ride. And I actually remember when I went to Vegas, you had I was looking at their hotel because one of the backdrop when Dorit showed it to PK, I was like, that looks like the hotel that we stayed in when I went to Vegas. I don't remember which one we stayed in 100%, but it looked like it because I remember how the pool looked in our hotel room. In our hotel, that pool was big as hell. I remember the first day we went to the pool, because we went to the pool quite a few times. The first time we went to that pool, there were so many people out there. It was crowded and it was also hot too. But yeah, so they're doing a gondola. That gondola is it's like very long because it starts from one part of the hotel and it runs all the way through and it goes through so it's quite a ride. I wouldn't have done it. I remember when we went there, we did see a couple that was doing it. So while they're on this ride, Garcelle and Sutton are talking, and Garcelle, not Garcelle, but Sutton asked Garcelle how does she feel, right? And she said she feels a little bit unsettled, but she needed to get that off of her chest. And so she doesn't know how, Kyle and Dorit are going to feel now, right? And it wasn't really Kyle. It was more so Dorit and Dorit making it about her. And I felt the way about that. Now, at one point while they were trying to talk, the man started singing, and I was like, y'all do know this is a romantic ride, right? So he's gonna sing for you guys. Now, on the flip side, we have Dorit and Kyle. So they went for lunch, right? And Dorit is once again still in her feelings about what Garcelle said. And it's like, how are you in your feelings about what Garcelle said? She told you how she feels. And you can say, I respect that and I understand that. It was never my intention to hurt you or to hurt your kids, right? That's all you got to say. But it's Dorit. And like I said, Dorit likes to make everything about Dorit. And it really irritates me and it just frustrates me to no avail, right? So then they talked about Kyle and her, her not drinking. And so a lot of the girls are wondering if Kyle is going through a midlife crisis. And I've even said the same thing as well. I wonder if Kyle is going through a midlife crisis. And Dorit is also saying, it could be a midlife crisis, but she also wonders if some of this is the things that happened last season with Kyle and Kathy. Now, I don't know if Kyle and Kathy are currently on good terms with each other, but you guys know. Remember what happened at the reunion with Kyle and, Renna as well as Kathy, right? But Kyle says, yeah, it's some of that, but she also feels like when it comes to Mauricio, she didn't feel like Mauricio was like completely there for her. I was like, okay. You know something that I just noticed? I was thinking about this the other night. I was like, I couldn't remember which show it was, but I just thought about it. For the reunions of one, I was like, there's one Housewives city that there's been quite a few years where we have not saw the men at the reunion, and it is Beverly Hills. We have not saw the men at the Beverly Hills reunion in quite some time. I can't even remember the last time that they were at the reunion because PK hasn't been at a reunion in a while. I don't even remember if PK was at the reunion when yes, he was. PK was at that reunion when Erica was when they was talking about seeing up Erica's dress. He was at that reunion, but that's been, I think that was what season was that? I can't remember which season that was, but I have noticed the husbands have not been at the Beverly Hills reunion in some time because they weren't there last season, they weren't there the season before, and then before that it was the COVID. Like they weren't there when Erica, season 12, season 11, and season 10 for sure. Season 10 they weren't there because that was the COVID season. I can't remember if they were there season 9. I don't remember the last. If you guys remember the last time that the husbands were at the Beverly Hills reunion, let me know in the comment section because I cannot remember to save my life. But so yeah, they talked about that. Now, Crystal and Erica, they're having a conversation, right? So Crystal asks Erica if she misses her old life, right? And Erica says that there are parts of it that she misses, right? And then she says, she doesn't miss the arguing with Tom. I was like, Erica, girl, miss me with the bullshit. You wanted me to believe that you were arguing with a senile person. Okay. Do I think Erica misses her life? Absolutely, Erica misses that life, right? 100%. And so Crystal said, if you could go back, would you? She says, no. I said, a lot. I don't care who tell it. Erica, you would go back if you could. You would 100% go back. Now, I want to move back over to not Crystal, but to Maurice. Why do I want to say Mauricio? To Kyle. So Kyle was talking about her relationship with Mauricio, right? And how with her not drinking, he wants her to go to events with him, but at the events there's drinking and she doesn't necessarily want to be a part of that. And I was like, okay, I feel you there. I definitely understand that. If if you're refraining from drinking and your husband is in environments where, but here's the other thing, Kyle. You can always say, I decline to drink. Like if somebody says, hey, do you want this? No, thank you. I'm good. Like you can still go and support Mauricio, but you can also say, no, I decline to drink. It's the same way in this episode, you asked for a mocktail, you asked for a non-alcoholic beer. It's the same. You can say, hey, do you have any water, tea, coffee, something non-alcoholic, anything? I'll take that. It is what it is. But let's pause here, you guys, and move forward. Now, the next thing is, so we see Garcelle, right? So Garcelle, you guys remember she was having lunch with her son, Oliver, right? So they didn't show us that scene, but they showed us a flashback. And you guys know Vanderpump Rules. If you guys don't watch Vanderpump Rules, it is the spinoff of Lisa Vanderpump who was previously a housewife of Beverly Hills, right? And so Oliver works at, does Oliver work at Sir? I believe Oliver works at Sir. I think he works at Sir. But if you guys didn't watch this past season of Beverly Hills, there was this young lady on there by the name of Rachel. Well, she goes by Raquel, right? So Oliver, you guys know Oliver is married, and Oliver made out with Raquel, aka Rachel. And so Garcelle brought that up. And so Garcelle said that, Oliver was getting the flack from it. Oliver wasn't getting as much flack. He was getting some flack from it, but he wasn't getting nearly as much flack as Sandoval was getting from the situation. But Garcelle says that Oliver and his wife, now I don't know if they're divorced. I believe that they are, but she says that, him and his wife, they were separated at the time. So they weren't together. And I was like, that doesn't really make it any better, Garcelle. But I mean, if that's what you got to say, it is what it is, right? I have nothing against it. I have nothing against it. Now, the ladies then went out to dinner, right? And so they had a game, and the question was about monogamy. And what I will say when it comes to monogamy works for those who want it to work. Do I think that, so if you, and I don't judge people, if you choose to be in a relationship that is monogamous, that's what works for you. If you choose to be in a relationship where it is polyamorous or whatever you choose to be in, if it works for you, then there should be no judgment. Do I think that people can be monogamous? Absolutely. It's a state of mind. Like, you have to know that this is the person that you want to be with for the rest of your life. And so when it comes to a marriage, you have to you have to figure out ways to reinvent the wheel, so to speak, right? And I don't mean just sexually. I mean sexually, financially, anything. Just reinvent the wheel. When you feel like you're getting stagnant, do something. Be like, okay, we've done this. Let's figure out something. Let's do something different. Let's go out. Let's think outside of the box, right? Like, some people, they do things early in the marriage, and then when they get towards the 10-year point, they're like, okay, we've done so much stuff. Let's think of something that we haven't done. Like, create a bucket list for your marriage and be like, okay, by the time we reach 10 years, we need to do this. So that way we can, spark them, do something different. Like I said, reinvent the wheel. But it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. So we also found out from Garcelle, which we all knew about her husband Mike cheating on her, right? And we all knew that Garcelle wrote that letter to their friends and sent it to him, letting them know that he had been cheating on her. Now, I did not know, however, that her husband had been cheating on her for 5 years with a woman in Chicago. I was like, ooh, wow. I see why you did what you did, Garcelle, and I'm not upset with you. Now, the next question was talking about money in a relationship, right? And Erica, I just want to ask this question. Am I supposed to feel bad that you now have to pay your bills out of your own money? Am I supposed to feel bad about any of that when you were living high off the hog off of everything that Tom was doing and living rent-free and just living carefree in your life, going on lavish trips? So am I supposed to feel some type of way because you have to downsize? Am I supposed to feel some way because you can't go on the trips like you used to? Absolutely not. That money that your husband was using on you was ill-gotten funds. So I don't really feel a lick of shit for you, Erica. So sorry to tell you that, but I feel absolutely nothing. Let's pause here, you guys, and I think we're going to move forward and wrap up this episode, you guys. Maybe not. All right, you guys, so they were at dinner, right? And so after dinner, they went to like this, it gave honky tonk bar, but I don't think it was a honky tonk bar, but that's what it gave, right? Because they had the cowboy hats on and, their clothes, right? Now, Sutton and Kyle were supposed to get on the mechanical bull, right? Sutton, I'm starting to see why you don't get second dates, girlfriend. You are literally a stick in the mud. You're very boring. But what I will say with Sutton is, although she is boring, I'm pretty sure that there's someone out there that's equally as boring that'll match her boring. You just got to find that guy. Because Sutton, when she wanted to get on that bar, the guy was lifting the women and just thrusting them onto the bull. Sudden said, I don't want you to lift me. And so when she got on the bull, she was like, okay. I, she went for a few, and she's like, okay, I'm done. I was like, Sudden, he barely even moved the damn bull. Like, girl, what the hell? But it is what it is, right? So they ended that night, and so the next morning we see them as they're getting ready to leave to head back to, Beverly Hills. Now, I also felt like this was a bit coincidental that this happened. So as they were getting ready to get on the elevator, who's on the elevator? Erica's friends. And so Erica's like, Sudden, here's your chance to apologize to them for saying that the show was bullshit. Excuse me, y'all. And I was like, no, Erica, Sudden did not say that that show was bullshit, but I get it. You want to stick it to her. It is what it is. Do what you got to do, right? But she never said that the show was bullshit. Now, they got into the limo, not the limo, but they got into the Sprinter van to get ready to head to the airport. And Sudden told Erica, hey, like, you threw me under the bus. I never said anything about them. Erica really didn't give a damn. And so somehow Dorit got involved in it. And I was like, Dorit, mind your business. And then Dorit want to say something to, Garcelle about Sudden. And she's like, wait a minute, I am Sudden's friend. I am not, I'm not the gatekeeper to Sudden or nothing like that. And I was like, why does Garcelle have to check everything that Sudden does? I'm like, what the hell? I didn't understand that. I really truly didn't. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let's pause here and move forward, you guys. All right, you guys. So next up, we see Erica. So Erica is having lunch with Garcelle, right? And so Garcelle was talking to Erica and telling her how she feels about Dorit. That when it comes to Dorit, Dorit doesn't listen to anything that she says. And Erica's like, well, I've learned how to speak Dorit. And I was like, you have. What does Dorit speak? And because when it comes to Dorit, all Dorit does is talk, 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 talk. And she never listens to what people say, right? So Erica feels that, Garcelle should just, I don't forget what she said to Garcelle, but like I said, she told her she knows how to speak Dorit. And then they talked about, Erica, not Erica, but how Dorit took what Garcelle said to her about her sons and flipped it and made it about herself. But again, that is typical Dorit. That's all Dorit knows how to do is, take a situation and be like, okay, well, you said this, but I'm going to flip it and make it all about me. And I'm like, that's what gets on my nerves with Dorit. It really is what irks my spirit so much about Dorit. Now, we'll pause here and we'll wrap up the episode, you guys. All right, you guys. So lastly is Sudden. So Kyle went over to Sudden's home, right? And so Sudden is talking to Kyle. I noticed in this scene, I was like, Sudden is drunk as hell. She was drunk. So she's once again telling Kyle, she's once again reiterating that she felt set up by Erica at the elevator. She felt like Erica did that to embarrass her. And honestly, I absolutely agree with you, Sudden. I believe that that is exactly what Erica meant to do. I do believe Erica texted them and said, hey, we about to head out, so you guys get on the elevator. But it still was very random. It still was very random unless Erica said, hey, we're about, text them like, hey, get on the elevator, push our floor, and then we'll be right there when you guys, come there. Because it was very interesting how the elevator just happened to stop on that floor. So Kyle was trying to talk and Sudden cut her off. And I was like, well, Sudden, because Sudden was like, you're not my friend because you defend her. I was like, but she really didn't say anything in defense of Erica at that point because Sudden cut her off. She didn't get to say anything right. She didn't get to say anything. Do I believe Kyle is a friend to Sudden? Not necessarily. Not 100%. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Now, Kyle went off on Sudden and told her that she loses her shit in ridiculous circumstances. And she was like, name them. Name them. Name them. Name them. And Kyle was like, let me talk. Name them. Name them. And so she was like, okay. When you told Crystal, when you were at Renna's house and you and Crystal got into it, you made that situation about you. Or how about last year when we were on the trip and you made that situation about you? Where were they? Where were they at when they were on that boat, and Sudden had that thing rolling up under her eyes. You made that about you, and then the Magic Mike situation, you made that about you. I was like, well, at least Kyle came with some, receipts, and she wasn't wrong. I would have gave her a prime example, the Magic Mike thing. And so Sutton's like, well, I got up and walked away, but y'all came after me. Sudden, stop playing, because you wanted that to happen. When you stormed out of that theater that y'all were in, you were cussing up a storm. So you knew what you were doing. Like, Sudden is not fooling me. But let me know what you guys thought about the episode in the comment section below, you guys. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and share the video, you guys. And until next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.